Dale Earnhardt Jr. reached out to me and said, Kenny, I see the Pirate. I want to buy it. I said, okay, let me get back to you. In the meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s wife, Amy, said, I don't want the Pirate because it will scare me. So anyway, the Pirate is for sale, but I would have to make money on the Pirate. I always knew that we needed sponsorship because the great Roger Penske, he said, we don't race unless we have a sponsor on Sunday. So I always knew we needed sponsorship, but I didn't know that it would be this corporate driven. Nowadays, if you say the wrong word, you know, you're reprimanded. And I think things are a little too cleaned up in the whole world, not just in auto racing. Everybody's always asking, where's Kenny Wallace's race shop in Arnold, Missouri? You're here. This is it. I've raced NASCAR my whole life, but now I race these dirt cars, and they are a lot of fun. It's always been a Wallace tradition to build your own race cars. So this is our fabrication area. Really got some neat pieces in here. This is a legendary Beverly shear, very old, but we use it. Our tubing bender, spare rear end, heliarcher, welder, bolt nut bend. We have a lot of things in this area to help us build a race car. We build the cars here, and the other thing we do that's very important is we win races. If we're not winning, we're not having fun. I was a late bloomer. I didn't start racing till like 1986. So 1984, I was a crew chief in the Daytona 500 with Joe Ruttman. And that's me. Dale Earnhardt Sr. helped start my career. So Dale Earnhardt Sr., and of course his son, Dale Earnhardt Jr. I never knew that I would run second to Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s very last win at Talladega. So that picture means an awful lot to me. I'm lucky enough to have raced in the Brickyard 400, so that always hung above the garage, so I brought it to this garage. My very first year to Daytona, we set quick time, and of course, a lot of big NASCAR wins. Pretty proud of this area. I spent my whole life in NASCAR running 200 mile an hour, but I have as much fun in my dirt car at a high speed of 100 mile an hour. Everybody says, Kenny Wallace, how many dirt races are you gonna run this year? About 70. We race a lot, especially June, July, August. That's our schedule. Even though this is a race shop, we still love our Cardinals. This is absolutely incredible. When we think of the Dome, we think of, you know, Isaac Bruce and Marshall Falk, and here we are running one of the biggest dirt races of the year, so it's a lot of fun.
What's it like? What can we expect for fans? Because the sights and sounds, I just walked out there, it was pretty phenomenal.
If I'm to compare this race to anything in life, it's like flying jet airplanes in a gymnasium. The racetrack is way too small for what we're doing, but it's a lot of action. It's something that we never do. The track's incredibly small, incredibly tight.
You've been everywhere. You're a racer. You can race on dirt, you can race on asphalt, you can race on small tracks, short tracks, whatever it may be. I feel like this track would be just a lot of fun for you.
Well, there's a lot of luck involved with this race. So, you know, they qualified 107 cars, and the key is qualifying. We qualified third, so that set us up. We're locked in the A main because we won our 8-lap heat race. So, you know, sometimes you got to have a little luck. So we need a little luck to win this thing.
If you were to say the most important aspect of this race, what would it be?
Go fast, keep your car clean, and pray to the Lord for the seas to part, because you can be following a guy and he'll hit a tire or wreck and you're into him before you know it.
I was talking to the coordinator of this event. He said it's the best racing event of the year for him because he never gets to see anything like this. It's inside a dome. You're racing, you know, at the dome where, like you said, Isaac Bruce and Kurt Warner and Torrey Holt and Marshall Falk performed. Can you put into words what that means?
You know, we race year-round, and there's always those races that stand out. I mean, here we are, we're in the middle of December in St. Louis doing something that we really do in the summertime. So just the aspect that we're racing in the middle of the winter and Christmas is next week, that's really weird.